Good morning, boys and girls. Today I want us to talk about volume. So we're going to try to understand volume. You've seen that word many times probably in iReady, and now it's time to know what to do when you see it next time. So our day's objective is I can count unit cubes that fill a solid figure to find volume. So you can count it. But since we're a little more advanced, I'm going to not only show you how to count it, but also how to find the volume, okay? The first thing I want us to do is ask a pre-assessment question right here. Look at this rectangular prism, and I'll ask you, find the volume of the rectangular prism. Now, I don't know if you can see, but it is 5 centimeters in height, 3 centimeters in width, and 5 centimeters in length. If you have 5, 5, and 3, what is going to be the volume? Now, if you don't know what to do yet, it's okay. I'll show you what to do and we'll go back to that at the end, okay? So what is volume first? Let's find out what is volume, okay? Volume is the measure in cubic units of the amount of space a solid figure occupies. And I'm going to read that for you again. The measure in cubic units of the amount of space a solid figure occupies. So whenever you hear the word cubic, you know already that it's going to be three-dimensional. And you're going to need length, width, and height. Just like we had here on this problem. The length I told you was 5 centimeters, the width was 3 centimeters, and the height on it was 5 centimeters. Later on, when you get to 6th grade, you will see numbers that have a small 3 on the top as a exponent, and you'll know to answer the question as cubic, okay? So you'll get used to that word. You'll hear it a lot more coming up. Now, this box here in green that I drew for you, and I put the word fun in it. Imagine you get a box from Amazon with some fun stuff that you ordered. I don't know, whatever you like to do came on that box. And you had to fill the rectangular prism, and I want to use rectangular prism because most boxes from Amazon do come in a rectangular shape. So if you were to fill it out with unit cubes without any gaps, that's what volume is. If you take that box and you take a bunch of unit cubes and you fill it up without any gaps. So that's what it is. So in here, you can find the unit cube, like the objective says, by counting them. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it's 5 in height. And then the width, 1, 2, 3, okay? And then the length, 5, and then you can count them all, okay? But one way to do it, instead of counting everything, is you can multiply it, okay? So you're gonna multiply the length times the width times the height. So 5 times 3 is 15. 15 times 3 is 40. Am I looking at it correctly? 15 times 5, sorry. 15 times 5 is 75 cubic meters. So if you thought the answer was 75 cubic meters, you got it correctly. So whenever you're doing your volume, you just need to count each one of the unit cubes, or if you want to do it faster and easier, you could just multiply the length times the width times the height, and then you'll know the volume of, in this case, your rectangular prism, okay? In this example, I don't know if you can see it. Well, I'll put it really close for you to look at. But in this example, the rectangular prism, I want to do this one, has 4 inches in height, 2 inches in width, and 3 inches in length. So I'm going to do 3 times 2, which is 6, and 6 times 4, which is 24. So the volume would be 24 cubic inches. And that's how you would write it down on your paper. For this one, it would be 3 times 4, which is 12. 12 times 4, which is 48. So your volume would be 48 cubic centimeters. So you're going to use the measurement that they use, in this case centimeters, and say cubic centimeters. And that way we know you're not talking about just a rectangle, you're talking about a rectangular prism, 3D, measured in cubic units. Okay? Tomorrow we will see how to estimate the volume. Okay? Have fun, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.